Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us. My name is Christie Canaria. I'm the Program Manager for Icor at NIH. And in this segment, I'm going to talk to you about how to apply for this great program. First, I think it's really important to acknowledge how this program relates to other funding support at the NIH across the government and even outside. So as you'll know, many of our Phase 1 awardees are working on early stage technologies, kind of at this proof of concept, certainly far in advance of the Phase 3 stage where you've actually taken your technology all the way to commercialization. One of the things that makes the NIH program for Icor different is that we overlay this program with the Phase 1 stage of an SBIR STTR award. Some of you will note that the NSF Icor program is designed for academics, but at the NIH we recognize that our small business awardees are still in a great position to really benefit from understanding this curriculum, the lean startup method, these concepts of customer discovery, to better understand the potential of your technology to really meet unmet clinical needs. So the program, again, is for companies, small businesses that have active SBIR or STTR Phase 1 awards. The way to apply right now is through our separate funding opportunity announcement. This is for grantees. It's under PA 19029. And you'll see here on this slide, there's a link to the URL that will bring you to the application. We strongly encourage you to apply using NIH Assist. You are, of course, also welcome to apply under the portal from grants.gov. Things to pay attention to are that in 2020, we are having an application deadline of November 17th. And the cohort for this application date will actually run in 2021. We will also be offering another application deadline in February 2021 for a cohort that will run late spring, early summer. Things that you should know about this program right now are that we have transitioned to a fully online curriculum experience. All of the activities, the kickoff, the webinars, and the finale will all be conducted online. You can see here the course dates for the cohorts that are coming up. At the bottom, you'll note that for grantees, the next application deadline is November 17th. And of course, right above that link is to the URL for the FOA, PA 19029. That's how you can apply. I want to stress this is for grantees. For contractors that have active Phase 1 SBIR contract awards, the process will be slightly different and will require you to reach out and communicate with the contracting office from your awarding institute. We do have 24 participating institute centers across the NIH and CDC to support teams coming through the programs in 2021, and so they are listed here. So if you've not yet heard from your awarding IC, if you don't know if you're eligible, take a look at your award, see if one of these institutes, centers, is supporting your research, your Phase 1 award, and that might be the first step in understanding whether or not you're eligible for the Icor program. Other eligibility and the program basics are given here. If we start at the top left, the requirement for teams, the expectation is that teams will come in with three members. And those 3 members over the course of the 8-week program will be working collaboratively with high intensity of involvement for the Icor curriculum over the 2 months of the program. The team should have 3 people. Ideally, that would be a C-level officer. This is someone at the company who has decision-making authority, has a strong understanding of the technology. A second person is typically the principal investigator on the team. They have also a high level of technical understanding for the technology. In the case where the C-level officer is also the principal investigator, it's acceptable to bring on a second technical expert, perhaps another senior scientist at the company, to serve on the Icor team. The third person on the team is someone we frame as the industry expert, and this is an individual with prior business development background in the target industry. It's really important that this person can bring with them a Rolodex of potential contacts, because during the Icor program, the team will be expected to conduct over 100 customer discovery interviews. And so whatever help and support this team can bring to lining up those interviews, conducting them, and then, of course, gleaning lessons learned from them is part of what will make a strong responsive team to the Icor at NIH program. This program, of course, is led by a suite of very experienced instructors. They have backgrounds in a range of technology sectors, specifically also with life sciences. And so these faculty will be facilitating the teams as they go through the Icor program. If a team is selected for Icor, they will receive a supplement award of up to $55,000 to support them in their entrepreneurial training throughout the Icor program. Another note about eligibility is that the company must have an active Phase 1 SBIR or STTR award from one of those 24 participating NIH or CDC institutes and centers. And this is really important because the way NIH makes these awards possible is through an administrative supplement, and therefore you must have an active award on which to make that supplement award. Again, for grantees, you should be able to reach out to your institute center, your program director, program officer. If you have additional questions about your eligibility, of course, you can always reach out to Icor staff to inquire on that as well. And again, for contractors, if you have an active Phase 1 SBIR contract, ideally you should have already optioned to participate in Icor for the 2021 fiscal year. And you can reach out to your contracts office to learn more about how to apply as a contractor. The program, the way we've designed it for the NIH, is structured in a cohort fashion with tracks. The curriculum is offered in the following formula. There's a 3.5-day virtual kickoff, and so that includes an evening reception and 3 days of interaction with instructors, with teams in the cohort, followed by 6 weekly webinar lecture classes, and then followed with a 2-day virtual finale in which the teams all share what they've learned over the 8 weeks. For the Icor and NIH program, we've also designed this to be tracked. The cohort is split amongst teams depending on their technology sector. We have a pair of instructors that go with each track. This includes what we term as a canonical instructor, someone who is well-versed in delivering Icor curriculum to teams. And then we pair them with what we refer to as a life science domain expert. And these domain experts each have expertise in delivering the Icor curriculum, but also personal background in having worked in life sciences space. The curriculum is also tailored to life sciences because we understand at NIH that the regulatory hurdles, the reimbursement pathways are all regulated in ways that are distinct from other technology sectors. So when you think about why you should apply to the Icor NIH, it's, I think, helpful to understand what we hope for those who go through this program. And what we intend is for our awardees to come through and come out the other end being able to define the value proposition of their technology early. Again, SBIR, STTR awards are designed for supporting early stage technologies. And any support we can give you to help you understand how to make the most, how to bring the widest impact for your technology for clinical support of patients in the health ecosystem, I think the better off we'll all be. Through this program, you'll be able to assess your IP and the regulatory risk of your technology before you go through the long process of designing and building, because that can be very expensive and capital intensive. Through the Icor program, we also aim to help you better understand who your core customers are and what are the specific steps required downstream for commercialization. And it's really understanding the larger ecosystem of what's involved in your technology space, but also the workflow, the journey map of how your technology can be used. And so in order for you to do that as a team, you'll be required to conduct at least 100 interviews with various stakeholders across your workspace and your ecosystem for your technology. Through the program, you'll be gathering information to better understand how to move your technology forward, where opportunities lie for you, and hopefully these will prepare you in setting up for the longer haul of commercialization and getting through some of these paths, for example, that valley of death between early stage and commercialization technology.